Good afternoon, my name is Ivan Vasquez, and I'll be talking about the culture I chose to interview and research about, which is the Cambodian American or Khmer culture. I interviewed my friend about the best practices of properly communicating with people of this culture, as well as any histories and understanding the background of the culture. One of the main points she pointed out is respect for the culture and as well as the elders. When it comes to the elders, they use more traditional ideologies, like being more respectful to those who are older, as well as respecting the hierarchy of the family. So when you're speaking to older generations, you need to be a little bit more quiet while they, talk what they say, and then you may speak after that, which is for most cultures that follow that same setup. For them as well, is that they're not very direct when it comes to like saying no. They're more indirect and expect you to follow that. That's what she was explaining to me, and she says basically, traditionally you'll follow what they say and then go on with it. But when it comes to decision making, they sometimes wouldn't make the decisions. But as more modern traditions and things became more modernized, it more flexed to like, you know, family helps make the decisions. But if you're talking about more past, like more of the older generations, so usually it's the elders. As well as when it comes to communicating, is like with these different generations and understanding, how to differentiate is basically, of course, the older generations follow more the traditional standpoint of like their viewpoints and talking, as well as the younger generations, follow more of like westernized American communications. That they're slang, they're chill, and trying to get more familiar, while the older generations want to be strict and follow a certain standpoint of it. But overall, it's all about the respect in their culture. You show them what the respect they need, and they'll show you back their kindness and take you part as their family as well. They're very, when it comes to their food, we treat you like family. They'll feed you with their food. Um, Overall, it was a very informative interview and research, learning about how everything affected the Cambodians in America, and how they grew up, and how they brought over their cultures and traditions, and as well as modernized their ways of communicating with each other to reflect those of other cultures, and like American, impacted how they interact with each other now. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please text me.